So we bought our first beach tent, and now we're just gonna chill for a little bit. Nice. I was putting the tent together and it pinched me and cut my hand. What's up guys, Tristan here, and I am back with another video, and I'm coming to you from the beach because my wife had the urge to go surfing this morning, so we figured why not come to the beach and hang out for a little bit. This weather is perfect. We got a tent, so we got plenty of shade, and it's just a perfect day out here. Today I'm going to be talking about camera bodies, in particular a DSLR body versus a mirrorless body. For reference, right now I am shooting on a Canon 6D Mark II, but I also have another one right here that I'm going to be comparing to the mirrorless EOS R. I'm not gonna lie, recently I feel like I haven't been getting what I want out of my 6D Mark II. The image just hasn't been as sharp as I need it to be. I've gotten over shooting in the cine style profile. Obviously the 6D Mark II does not shoot in 4K. It's never been that really good in low light because of the sensor. And even at 100 ISO, I noticed a lot of film grain in my shots. And last but not least, the dynamic range just is not the best. Now this week I went out and grabbed the EOS R, and I know I'm really late to the party, but better late than never, right? The thing is, I really wanted a mirrorless camera, and I did consider going Sony, but the thing is I already have plenty of Canon lenses, and I know that there's adapters out there, but since I'm already in the ecosystem, it's just easier to stick with the brand that I know. All I really had to buy after I got the body was the EF to R adapter, so I can mount my EF lenses onto this R body. And the cool thing about this adapter in particular is that it comes with a drop-in ND filter. Let me go ahead and pull it out for you. So this is the filter right here. You just pull it out, and this is an ND filter. If you guys don't know what that is, you can click and watch this video right here. But basically it's like shades for your lenses, so you don't have to change your exposure. You can change the exposure with this little dial right here, and it's so convenient. Now the thing is, it goes onto the back of the lens. I'm putting this in wrong. There we go. It goes onto the back of the lens, not the front part. And the good thing about that is when you put a ND filter on the front of your lens, especially if you're shooting wide, this is a 16 to 35, you have a tendency to get a horrible vignette. I'll show you right here. Now you can see like the vignette around here. This is the 1635 zoomed all the way out with the ND filter on it, and it's just a bad look. I hate it. This is another issue I've had with the 6D Mark II. Of course, there's no need for an adapter to mount EF lenses, so I can't drop in the filter behind the lens. I have to put it right here. And again, when I shoot wide, that vignette is just, I hate it. By now, you guys all know the specs on the EOS R. It's been out for 2 years now, so I'm not gonna dive deep into that, but I did mention that I wanted a body that could shoot 4K. Now, I know the crop factor on 4K video is pretty terrible with this camera, but it's better than nothing. I'm probably gonna film all my talking head portions in 4K, just set this a little further away from where I'm sitting in my studio, but otherwise, I think I picked a solid option. Now, with all that said, I'm going to film a variety of shots, both with the Mark II and with the EOS R. I'm gonna do some shots here at the beach. I'm gonna do some B-roll shots of my bike, and then some shots of my office. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna see if you guys can tell the difference at the end, and then I'll determine whether or not I want to go completely mirrorless. If so, I'll be selling my 6D Mark II and replacing that with the R5 once that camera comes out, and again, I'll be completely mirrorless from here on out. So let's go ahead and start this test. Alright, this is a vlogging sample, walking down the sidewalk. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and this is camera A. Alright, this is a vlogging sample. I am walking down the sidewalk. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and this is camera B. So lately I've been super addicted to micro Nikes. I don't know when this started, but they're just really good. So hey, shout out to micro Nikes. I also have a strong addiction to peanut M&Ms. Matter of fact, my neighbors got me this box of 48 packs of peanut M&Ms. So Courtney and Miles, if you guys are watching this, thank you. Well, did you guys guess which camera was which? If you guessed that camera A was the 6D Mark II, you're wrong. Camera A was actually the Canon EOS R. So real quick, a couple things. I did film all these clips with auto white balance, and I didn't mention this earlier, but I did use C-Log with the EOS R, and I shot in cine style with the 6D Mark II. The overall color in the EOS R was just miles above the 6D Mark II, and editing in C-Log had a lot to do with that. It was so easy and fast color grading the EOS footage as opposed to editing the cine style footage that was in the 6D Mark II. And I actually had to take a step back from color grading the cine style footage just because it was just so frustrating to me that I couldn't get the color that I wanted, especially after seeing how fast it was to color grade the C-Log footage. The image itself was a lot sharper. I didn't have to add as much sharpening to the EOS footage as I did to the 6D footage, and the dynamic range, let me tell you. The dynamic range in the EOS R is incredible. It's miles above the 6D Mark II, which can't even compare. If you take a look at this clip when I was outside, you can still see all the shadows, and you can see that the sky is not blown out in the footage. I'm telling you, like, shooting in C-Log has really just changed my life, and I'm so mad at myself that I did not make the switch sooner. The only issue that I have with the EOS R, literally the only thing I have a problem with, the only thing that bothers me, is the situation with the drop-in filter with the EFR adapter. Now, if I keep this thing in, even when the shot is completely exposed, it still drops your shot down about a stop. And so you want to remove it, right? Because you don't want that if you're shooting indoors. So I'll take it out, but now you can see it leaves a huge hole in the adapter, which allows light to come in. So to combat that, I'm actually shooting on the EOS R now, and I have a regular EF to R adapter on it, no drop-in filter, just straight from the lens. And the thing about that, now I have an extra piece of equipment to worry about, but it does beat putting a variable ND on the end of a 16-35 with that horrible crop. So I think I can live with that. With all that said, I think I'm going to make the switch completely. I'm not gonna hold on to my 6D Mark II. As soon as that R5 comes out, or even the R6, I'm gonna end up selling my precious 6D Mark II. It's been an amazing ride, but it's time to move on. I think I'm ready to go completely mirrorless. So what do you guys think? Should I make the switch? Let me know in the comments down below. That does it for this video, guys. I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please, please, please hit that like button. It definitely helps the algorithm, and subscribe to my channel. My name is Tristan Irvin. I upload videos every week. So I will see you guys in the next video. Follow me on social media. My name is Tristan Irvin, and I'm out of here. Peace. I said I'm Tristan twice. Sorry. Bye.